about mobile execution vans where they harvested people's organs, and I was wondering if they're still like trafficking in organs for organ donors.
I think he answered that earlier. And
let me say to you, okay, if you need a kidney, say I can find a way for you. Go to China and obtain it from prisoners. It's an open secret.
Well, they actually could an American go over there, have an operation, and have a kidney put in?
Yeah, of course, no problem.
How much would it cost? Do you have any idea what it would cost to go over there?
Reasonably high, the very highest, maybe 60 or 70%, 70,000.
60 or 70?
At the beginning, at the time I visited over there, 30,000.
Right. Well,
the Japanese and Taiwanese, they're going every month.
So there's inflation over there, Robert. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
All right, thanks very much. Well, we're going to be back here in just a moment to wrap up this program right here at Radio Liberty. Our guest is, of course, Harry Wu, and we're talking about the situation in communist China today. And contrary to what everybody has said, and the media here in America will try to convince you that communism is dead. Well, it's just a beautiful example of how it doesn't matter how ridiculous something is. If you say it often enough and forcibly enough, people will believe. Communism is alive and well. It's alive and well in Cuba. It's alive and well in Vietnam. It's alive and well in North Korea. It's alive and well in China and in Russia and on many of our campuses right here in the United States.
Would you like to have an income regardless of the economic situation, which few trade people have considered? The art of knife sharpening is a skill that will never disappear and will always be in demand. Whether you have a place of business and just want to add to your income, or would like to travel servicing restaurants, barbershops, or a variety of businesses in need of sharpening tools, you're always guaranteed an income with repetitive business. Learn how to become a successful grindsman. It's easy to learn with our portable Grambo sharpening system. Travel anywhere you desire. Purchase the training manual for only $30, and it'll be applied toward your purchase of the Grambo sharpening system. America has become a service-oriented rather than a manufacturing or even high-tech economy. Take advantage of the situation and become a professional grindsman. It's easy to learn. Start on a shoestring with the overwhelming amount of business out there. Now is the best time to start. Call today for more information. You can enjoy the good life. Call now, 512-297-3152. That's 512-297-3152.
For over 5,000 years, gold has been the only true money in this world, and Republic Broadcasting has found the company you need to protect yourself against financial insecurity.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Statnell here, and yes, I did find the company you need to protect yourself against financial insecurity. With the help of my good friend Robbie Noel, we've started Republic Trading Group, a company dedicated to serving RBN listeners with the best service available.
That's right, John. For the first time, Republic listeners can now buy with confidence. By eliminating the middleman and working with one of the oldest and most respected distributors of numismatic coins in the United States, we can now guarantee that within 24 hours of cleared funds, you will receive a tracking number so you can see exactly when your order arrives. It's that easy. No fuss, no hassle.
For more information, call 1-800-691-7898. 1-800-691-7898.
Available from the Republic Broadcasting Network.
Now you have the time to review every spoken word
on any RBN program
by ordering CDs of any broadcast in either standard audio or MP3 format. Audio CDs are just $10 per hour.
$15 for 2 hours.
And $7 when you order 3 or more hours. An entire month of your favorite broadcaster in MP3 format for just $20. So order right Republic Broadcasting, 1015 South Mays, Suite 100, Round Rock, Texas, 78664. That address again is Republic Broadcasting, 1015 South Mays, Suite 100, Round Rock, Texas, 78664. Or for more information, call 1-800-724-2719.
And on the web at rbnlive.com.
Order your CDs today because you can handle the truth.
Stan back here at Radio Liberty, and this is the time, of course, I need to remind our listeners out across America that Radio Liberty is listener-supported, and we do hope that many of you will give serious consideration to joining the Radio Liberty family of supporters, which is how we're able, 5 hours a day, to be on radio somewhere in America, on the Internet, on satellite, and 4 hours a day on shortwave. And incidentally, our shortwave programs are heard on 2 separate stations during this hour. And if you need help getting the frequencies, of course, if you're listening to the program on shortwave, you don't need to know the frequencies. And if you're not listening, well, it wouldn't do any good. So, but please tell others about our shortwave programs. Tell them about our Internet. Tell them about our website, and they can learn more about Radio Liberty by going to www.radioliberty.com. One of the interesting stories, if you'll find this quoted in my book, Brotherhood of Darkness, was that in August of 1973, why David Rockefeller came back from China, a visit to China, and of course at that time, it was between 1958 and 1962, why the Chinese government had starved to death 40 million people, 30 to 40 million people. That's described in a book called The Great Hunger, but totally blacked out here in America. The Chinese killed probably close to 80 to 100 million people in their ascent to power and consolidation of power. And yet, David Rockefeller, writing in the New York Times in August of 1953, said, "The social experiment in China under Chairman Mao is one of the most important and successful in history." The social experiment in communist China under Chairman Mao is one of the most important and successful in history. And I think maybe that's what our caller from Tim from Indianapolis was referring to, the influence of the Rockefellers and, of course, their confreres within the Brotherhood of Darkness in bringing tyranny not only to China, but to other countries throughout the world and, of course, eventually here to America. If you've not, of course, heard my interview with Norman Dodd about the influence of the Rockefeller and the Carnegie and the Ford Foundations, it is in the 4-tape set on the secret government. That's a secret government. If you, of course, want to get more information about how this all ties together and how we have created the best enemies money could buy, I suggest the video, The Best Enemies Money Could Buy, my interview with Professor Sutton, the book he wrote, The Best Enemies Money Could Buy. Certainly my book, Brotherhood of Darkness, which quotes the McCarran Committee, pointing out that it was America that brought communism to China. And we did it back in the years immediately after the Second World War by cutting off, putting an arms embargo onto the nationalist government, just exactly as the British and the Indians are doing with the King of Nepal today, cutting off his access to supplies, military supplies. And the king says, you got 2 choices. You've either got me or the king, or you've got communism. And India and Great Britain and the United States are doing everything they can to bring communism to Nepal today, using the same techniques we used to bring communism to China and communism to Cuba and communism to Nicaragua and to topple the Shah of Iran, to topple the government of Ian Smith in Rhodesia, and, of course, bring tyranny throughout the world. It's not happening by accident, by intent. One of the things that you can do to be effective in this battle would be to get a case of my books, Brotherhood of Darkness, and there's an incredible opportunity to get them since we're doing a major printing. If you'd like to get 62 copies of my book, Brotherhood of Darkness, you have to get a full case. But if you'd like to know more about that, give us a call at 1-800-544-8927. That's 1-800-544-8927. And, of course, talk to Mary there about getting a case of our books, and you can do whatever you want to with them. You can sell them. You can certainly give them away. You can lend them. But we have to educate the American people about the fact we're involved in a spiritual battle. And it is the spiritual powers that energize the people in the communist countries and energize the people in Washington, D.C. Pray for America. Pray for revival. Please remember to pray for my ministry, Radio Liberty. For our provision and protection, our telephone number, 1-800-544-8927. Until Thursday, Dr. Stan, good night, and may the Lord be with you.
The The Berkey Light's unique design combines the age-old process of microporous filtration coupled with modern state-of-the-art technology and the highest quality materials, bringing you the finest water filter available anywhere. The revolutionary Berkey Light, with its exclusive black Berkey filter elements, remove pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels. Harmful or unwanted chemicals are reduced to below detectable levels. And it reduces nitrates and unhealthy minerals like lead and mercury.